Hello, welcome to a Maker Studio. I'm Cheryl. I create over on the Home of My Making Facebook page. I'm here today to show you a really fun stencil and a fabulous project. So as you hop on, let me know you guys are here. Let me know where you're watching from. And as per usual, we will be giving away the stencil that I'm going to be using today. So let me show you what it is. It is called the Words Like Honey Stencil. This is a pretty big stencil. It is a 12 by 18 stencil. Got a lot of different stencils in here. So it's got a lot going on. It's may your world be like honey, you are the bee's knees. There's a lot of graphics that have to do with honey and bees, and then be kind and a bee. So if you look at this stencil and you're new to a Maker Studio stencils, these are tri-mesh adhesive stencils. So it's like a mylar that has a triple mesh in here to get a lot of the detail. So as you can see, there's a lot going on in these stencils. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it out of the sleeve. Now all the stencils come in this cellophane sleeve. I do say keep the sleeve, because that's where you're going to want to store your stencil after you clean it, use it and clean it. So let me put that right there. So here's what it looks like out of the sleeve. Now it is an adhesive stencil, so it does come on another backing. But before I take that off, because this is a stencil that has a lot going on and it's not supposed to be used in its entirety because there's a lot of different ones in here, we have these lines here and they're called cut lines. So that's where you would cut your stencil that you want to use. So I want to use this Be Kind stencil. So it gives you a little guide to where you can cut them from. So I'm going to cut it out. Now I will just store the rest of this stencil in my little cellophane sleeve until I use it. And that's the good thing. It keeps it steady. It keeps it, intact. So keep that sleeve. Also, when you take your stencils off of the backing on here, keep that backing, because what happens is after you use them and clean them, you want to put them right back on that backing, and then you'll slide them into the sleeve. So that's your care for those stencils. So this is a really cool stencil. It says Be Kind. It's got a couple of little bees on here, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. I am going to take a surface. Now this is just a chipboard surface, so it's not even real wood. It's about a 12 by 8 piece. So I'm going to take some of our one-step paint in the Bauhaus buff, which is a white, and I'm going to paint this. So the good thing about the chalk-based paints, they go over everything, even if it's not wood, real wood. Again, as you hop on, let me know that you're here, and don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial so you can be in the giveaway for that stencil that I'm using. I do put a little bit of the paint in another little disposable cup because I just like working out of that. So I'm just going to take a brush, and maybe I should put something down. And I'm just going to paint the top of this chipboard surface. Now this is a one-step paint. That's what it's called. Doesn't mean one step. It actually means you don't have to prime the surface or even prime it, or my mind just went blank. You don't have to sand it or prime it. Whoa! So yeah, it does go over anything. That's pretty funny. Who can relate to losing their mind? I know you ladies out there can do that. So yes, one-step paint means no priming, sanding, or anything. So as you see, just goes right over the chipboard. Again, since it is a one-step that you don't have to sand it and prime it, doesn't mean that it's just one coat. So I might have to do another coat of this, but we'll see. So this is a pretty good surface. Again, as you guys hop on, let me know where you're watching from. And don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial down in the comments so you can be in the giveaway for this great stencil. If you're just hopping on, we're using the Be Honey Stencil. Okay, so it didn't cover as much as I would like with the first coat. As you can see, it's a little bit streaky. I'm just going to hit it with a heat gun. Chalk-based paint dries pretty quick. You could probably walk away for 15 minutes and then continue your next coat after that. But for the sake of this live, I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. And then I'm just going to apply another quick coat. Usually the second coat goes on much easier, and then I could see that it's going to get the coverage that I prefer. And again, this is a chipboard surface, so the one-step paint really works on any surface. It could even work on metal, glass, and everything. So I think 2 coats is going to do it for this surface. I think I'm going to get it covered enough that it's going to be opaque enough for me to continue with this project. Got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my container up because they are a water-based paint and you don't want to let them dry out. Most of our products are water-based, so you don't want to let them dry out. You want to definitely keep the lids closed. I'm going to hit it again. Now for time purposes, I did go ahead and paint the other side before I got on. So normally I would paint both sides of this. And I did, but I painted the back side of it before I got on. And it's drying really quick with this heat gun. Again, chalk-based paint usually dries pretty quick because it is a water-based paint. So I did go ahead and paint the back of it or the front of it. They're both the same design on either side, but I needed it dry. So what I want to do is I did cut out the Be Kind with the bees from the original pack. That's what I'm going to use on this surface. So again, they are adhesive, reusable stencils. You just take it off that backing, keep that backing, save it, because you're going to put this exact stencil on that backing when it's dried and clean and put it back into the sleeve. So I'm going to try to get this kind of centered here. And again, you could move it until you're satisfied of your placement. You could use measurements if that's how you want to go. I think I'm just going to wing it and see if I got it centered. Move it over just a tad. Again, it is adhesive, so you just have to burnish it down and it'll stick to your surface. So you don't need tape or anything. And the back side is like tacky. So that's what the adhesion is. And that's why with the care of the stencils, they're reusable. So what I'm going to do next is we have a product called Gel Art ink. It's formulated for fabric, but you can put it on almost every other surface. So I'm going to use the black called Can't Never Could and the metallic gold called Metallic Gold. So this one's got a little bit of metallic in it, and this is just a regular color black. I'm going to take a little spreader. I like using the spreader sometimes when I'm in a tight area because I can cut them. So I did cut a couple pieces out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my surface, figure out the color scheme I want to do, and then I will apply it. So I think I'm going to actually start with the metallic gold. I just put a little bit on my spreader. I like the less is more version because I don't want to have too much waste. And you just take your spreader or even a squeegee. We have a line of squeegees that you can use. And you just push whatever product you're using through the mesh stencil. I am being mindful not to get it off the stencil and onto my board. If you felt like you were going to get it on your board, you could tape around there so you have a guide not to get it on your surface. Let's see if I can use the rest on there. So I can see that it's going through because it's obviously changing the color of the stencil to gold. I'm going to put this in a water bath. All our products are washable, including the stencil. So I'm going to take my other little spreader that I cut and put a little bit of black on there. So if you're just hopping on, I'm Cheryl, and I create over on the Home of My Making page. And if you're just hopping on, we are giving away this stencil that I'm using today. So all you have to do to be entered into that is tag 3 friends and share this tutorial in the comments below. And you will be entered into the giveaway. It's a really, really, really nice stencil. There's a whole bunch of the stencil that's left that I haven't even used yet. So you could do many, many projects with this. Again, I'm being mindful not to go off the stencil. Again, close your products up. These are also water-based, so got them closed so they don't dry out. I'm going to then again put this spreader in a water bath over there, and then I'm going to peel it off. Isn't that cute? So this stencil, again, all the product is now on the top of it. So I have a water bath here, and basically what that is just a container of water. So what I do while I'm on a live is I just go ahead and put that in there. That kind of stops the product from drying into the mesh. But what you would do at home is just go wash that stencil out now. Go rinse it off before you even continue with the rest of your project, so that that product, any of our products that you use matching with the stencils, does not dry into the mesh. And then you would just lay it sticky side up, so the sticky side is up and not touching the surface, and let it dry. When it's completely dry, you would put it back onto the backing that you originally cut it off of, and then put it back in that sleeve that I told you to save. This way it keeps it all together, and that's the only maintenance for the stencils, to be reusable. So there you go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I'm going to hit it with a dryer again, only because I'm on the live. This is not part of the process of the gel art ink, but I do want it to dry so it doesn't smear, so that I can go on to the next part of my project. So let me show you what I'm going to do with this. Let me get this out of here. I found this little tobacco basket, and I think it's going to be the perfect size for me to put in this little wooden thing, just like in there. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me turn it around. I'm going to glue this in here. I'm going to see where I need to put it. I'm going to adhere some glue to the corners. I'm just using some hot glue. And I'm going to glue it inside this basket. So remember, this started out as just a simple little chipboard. It wasn't even wood, right? Painted it with the one-step paint, and now I'm going to put it into this basket to make it, it's going to be more substantial now as far as a decor piece, right? So let me push that down. And I love the stencil. I absolutely love the stencil. It's such a great design in here, and again, we have a whole bunch of the rest of the stencil that I haven't used yet, so you could do a lot more projects with this. I even like these little addition of these little leaves. There's a lot going on here. You got some honey dippers, you got some a bee, you got a little honey jar, and some other graphics on here, so you still got a lot of the rest of the stencil to use. Let me just see if this is glued down. Yeah, so this is what I have so far. And it looks perfectly fine this way, but I'm just going to put a little bit of greenery in here and then have my own DIY decor piece. I think I'm going to do it like that. So let me take some more hot glue. I'm going to bend that a little bit and put some hot glue in here and just glue a little bit of these lamb ears in the corner of each little side of the wooden sign that I just made. So I might have to grab something else to glue up here to have it stay put. And this is how you DIY your own decor with the stencil. So that's on there like that. Might have to just adjust some of those leaves, move them where I need them. This is pretty bendable. Let me see if I should glue that down a little bit better right there. And I'm just using regular hot glue on this. So this is giving it a little bit more dimension too. I don't want to cover up my words too much that I stenciled on there. And then all I'm going to do is just put another little piece down here, trying not to cover those words either. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So what do you think, guys? If you love this stencil, give me a thumbs up. Again, if you're just hopping on, don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial so you can be in the giveaway for this stencil. I think that might have done it. Let's see if that'll hold up. So just a simple little decor piece. All I did is take a piece of chipboard, and you could get these designs at Hobby Lobby. I did get the, words are hard today. Words are hard today. This little tobacco basket there too. And of course the greeneries from there. So there you go. Simple and easy little design on the chipboard, and then turned it into a really fabulous decor piece. So what do you think, guys? I'll probably fool around with this a little bit just to put it in a place so that I can manipulate it. But what do you think? Isn't that cute? So simple, simple, simple little processes to make your own decor for your home using the Maker Studio products and their stencils. So again, don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial so you can be in the giveaway for this stencil. So I hope you like this project. I hope it inspired you to go create some of your own decor pieces. Simple concept, a little chipboard inside a tobacco basket with some greenery and a fabulous stencil. And you got your own decor pieces and you can enjoy the bragging rights. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this inspired you. So have a great day. Bye.